Akorfa knows when to play the cards.
When to start the drama, right?
Yeah. To get a sympathy vote. Kiki advised Perry that what she's trying to do is clear to everyone. She wants to play the victim card.
Yeah.
And at the long run, you'll see her in the house next week after eviction. Perry has a cunning nature.
Yes.
If you don't study him well, you will think he likes you. If you don't study him well, you get a lot of misconception.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the ladies got.
If Kwame should make a decision on one of the ladies in the house, either Paulina or Bambi, whoever he connects with, what is going to be the dynamic for Underlord? Would Underlord just accept the lady Kwame rejects, or he will just give it up and also leave the house?
Well, personally, I feel, or I see him leaving.
Underlord.
Personally, yes, Underlord. I see him leaving. At the long run, he'll be like, okay, my big fame, let me just go. That's it.
Remember what Big Mama said? He said, attitude or character is like the first trimester for pregnancy.
You can't hide it.
You can't hide it. So that's her attitude. The first one, she was trying to fit in, but reality will set in.
Yeah.
And that's the reality. Maybe she's hiding something from Perry. I don't trust it.
And guys, we're back with another episode of PMXtra Convo right here on 3Xtra TV. My name is Malice Kellen, and as always, we bring you all the actions happening in Big Mama's house. Today, it's an all-men affair. Hey, I'm a man. It's an all-men affair, and 2 men are joining me on the set today. No ladies, no troubles. We have Francis. He's a regular guest, a very controversial figure, and also a new face joining us, joining the board members today. Michael, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, so there's something I do for the new people on the show. I ask them to rate the podcast from 1 to 10. You give me a rating. Not rate me, rate the podcast. Don't give me
you're putting me on the spot.
Diplomatic answer. I'm not accepting it. I am not.
Okay, so from 1, I've watched from 1 to up to 6.
Oh,
I've watched all of them, and I think you're doing good. You know, for you to say that, more room for improvement. So I'll give you 8 out of 10.
that's fast. That's excellent.
So that we keep striving for the best.
It means you're doing a good job. Francis, give me something. A lot has happened in the past days. Let's start from the Friday night pool party. We also what happened. Wait, first of all, I'll ask you to rate again. Out of the usual 9 or 10 rating you would have given the pool party, what's the rating for this week's pool party? Or last week's pool party, rather?
6.
6. Why are you giving it 6?
It's more or less most of them made a decision before coming for the pool party that because they are not coming with their usual partners, they are not going to. But I think if it took Van Dijk or Hineba and Jah to at least make the thing jam a little, or else it was very boring.
And I think Big Mama also commended them for that. I remember that tension after the live Saturday live show. Big Mama called them and give them a thumbs up.
Actually, I didn't know what he did when Big Mama said the 3 of them should be on their feet.
I mean, I could imagine the tension. But Francis, your ratings?
Well, for me, to avoid talking much, I'll give them 6 out of 10.
You're also giving them a 6?
Yes.
Yeah. And it's the same reason, or you have your own reasons?
No, but I have my own reason. I feel that, they should, it's a clear reflection of the kind of generation we are living in, or the kind of people or individuals we are moving with as we speak. It looks like if we are not clinged to a particular being or an individual, we don't vibe with other people. And it's worrying. But like everybody has his or her different opinions on how they do their thing. So we can't blame them too much. But for the sake and the purposes of the show, you can't mess with us. Yeah.
Right. Let me just even continue with you on that. The Saturday live show. Your overall comments on the Saturday live show. Or if you could describe it in one word, what will it be?
One word. One word. You see this popular funny TikTok trend. DJ, play me Julie Ube Kumila.
Yeah, exactly. So it was
that's
drama for you.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can say. I don't want to talk plenty. What I say,
Mike.
I watched it and I watched it again on YouTube.
Oh wow!
Because I didn't know. Actually, if you had an audience, it was fun, entertaining. Let me say drama, and I think it portrays how human beings behave in a society.
Let me even give like a backstory. I remember during the live show, Mike called me. He was like, "Are you watching?" I'm like, "Come on!"
I think that was when he introduced Bambi and
exactly. So it was a lot for you. Before we even come to the new housemates, let's talk about the double evictions. Did you even anticipate the double evictions?
Personally, I didn't. You know, when after the first set had gone, or after the first set declaration, I was like,
what's that?
Hey, these people are still in the house, or some people are still in the house, or some people are still in the house.
You don't want to mention names today.
No. Then all of a sudden, I was just looking for my phone to, just check up on friends and, test them. What is happening? Like, there's whether they are jubilating or they are angry or lo and behold, something happened. And I was not happy. I was not screaming, but I was laughing. I don't know, mixed feelings, mixed reaction. I don't know if I should lie on the floor, I don't know what is happening, but I'm like, the first thing that rang in my head was that you never know what you've lost till it's all gone. That was the only thing that clicked in my head. And I was like, okay, let me laugh some more.
Yeah, just narrowing, or you're zeroing on one particular person.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, yes. I mean, from what I get from you.
I mean, I didn't see it happening, or I didn't see it coming. All of a sudden it happened. I'm like, okay.
So if I get you right, you are saying that from the first eviction, you saw it coming.
Well, that angle was not my problem.
It
was not my problem.
Okay.
It was not my problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the shocker was just
yes,
leaving the house.
It was not a shock. It was like
you didn't anticipate it.
Yes, I thought it was just one of those things that everybody was like, "Oh, these people will go, these people will go out." Oh, no. I mean, they are vibe in the house for us. So when I saw it, I was like,
Ajita. Mike, you're not on the eviction.
It was an unfortunate eviction because of what they bring to the show.
The four or just
Blanco and
Akorfa? Okay.
Blanco has his own thing that he does on the show. I remember Ohinebasi saying that he's the one supposed to be our papa in the house, but he would rather start instigating and do what we are not supposed to do. Then Akorfa knows when to play the cards.
When to start the drama, right?
Yeah. To get a sympathy vote. A night before the eviction.
We saw.
Because what happened, it was Kiki advised Perry that what she's trying to do is clear to everyone. She wants to play the victim card.
Yeah.
And at the long run, you'll see her in the house next week after eviction. And she did it, but just that it went overboard.
Yeah.
The fight and everything messed up her game. And I think I wasn't surprised looking at the trend how evictions are nowadays.
Yeah.
If immediately you're on the podium for eviction, next week
you know that you're going.
And the 7 and Lilly, they didn't bring anything to the show, with the exception of the controversy from 7.
7, right?
Yeah. So I knew Akorfa, if 2 people are going,
Akorfa was
exactly
definitely going to be.
They were going.
Yeah, right. Then we saw the introduction of the new housemates. Were you even expecting that at this at this time of the show?
Me, I thought we are done. We are done. But Big Mama is always up for surprises. So well, they should come and pass through. They should let's also see what they can do. But Kwame is cool. I know the other guy's name.
Underlord. So let's talk about Bambi and Paulina.
Okay, Bambi and Paulina first. We'll talk about. Okay, I think Bambi and Paulina. Well, I thought initially when those two pair came, I was like, there will be no
match for them.
No. I mean, there will be no male figure in the picture.
Okay,
that's what I thought. I was like, okay, these people are like Delilah. They are
coming to sport
things, and let's see how it goes. But to me, it was necessary. It was not necessary. I don't know, but just some mixed reactions in there. But we still need it. it can't be comfortable in the long run. So it was cool for me. I'm okay with it.
Bambi and Paulina.
I think if males have rather come, it would have been a different thing altogether. Why am I saying that? You know, before the show, before Saturday, the ladies were saying that, hey, if you come to you cry, if we don't want to greet us, you wait, Saturday will come. You come to us, you see what will happen.
That was when they were not paired with the original pair.
Exactly. So they were thinking when Saturday come, they are going to show the guy's attitude.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, two ladies come.
So now
they said, hey,
we can't lose guard. We can't lose guard
before something happens to us. So the
dynamics would have been different if the males came earlier.
Exactly.
I see.
Like they would try to, and listen to what Ohineba said. They brought in two girls, so now it's going to be fun. We are now going to speed days, We're going to have time with them. I remember I was just looking at the guy and was like, so it was an interesting twist. I think I liked it though.
Then on Monday, we saw Underlord and Kwame Nkrumah.
Because the ladies couldn't deliver.
Well, maybe a little bit told me that they were still scheduled to come anyway.
They couldn't deliver. Because what we were expecting from them, Van Dijk, who used to be vulnerable for Larissa to be quiet, wasn't picked. Both of them picked Perry, the smartest guy in the house. And
you're giving him that title now.
Of course. He has said it that you can decide to call him a fool.
He'll be a fool
for you. Tell him that he knows whatever is going on.
Right.
And the next person they are going to pick is
Jah and Ohineba.
Jah.
No, Jah rather, yeah.
Who tempers with Jah Kiki? You dare not. You can't win that fight. So I knew that, these guys.
It was a lost cause. Yeah. Okay. Well, we can see some interesting dynamic play out between Kwame Nkrumah, then Paulina and Bambi. It's not something I expected because from the beginning it was pretty much straightforward that Paulina was obviously going to be with Underlord, sort of, and Kwame and Bambi would have built things together. But it's like now the opposite thing. And it's more like a triangle that has formed again. It's like this season, we've had a lot of triangles, squares, whatsoever. What did you think of that? First of all, do you think that Kwame is playing his cards right with this thing he's doing, entertaining both ladies at the same time?
Well, that is what I feel that is what the show is about to at a certain point. You know, at this point, what is left for him to do? So he needs to explore, you know, and then try and get a footprint, you know. So he can't go straight to one particular lady and be like, okay, this is my direction. I mean, play here. One person becomes main, the other person becomes a side chick, then we move on.
I think the ladies caused it.
Oh.
Yeah. Why am I saying that? Bambi was, in their opinion, comfortable that when Big Mama asked them, who are you pairing with? He said Kwame. Then they asked Paulina. Then he says she also said Kwame.
Bang bang.
Then the guy was like, wow.
Okay.
You have to be strategic. Yes. If because Paulina knew that night and everything they were with Kwame. Bambi was with Kwame.
Yeah.
So why do you say that Kwame again? So on that day, Paulina was somehow like sorry for herself, like depressed. But later got to know that, no, I don't have to give up. But the truth of the matter is, if you're a guy and these two girls are coming after you, you just have to be strategic and pick the best one out. I think he's just not trying to be smart. He's just trying to study the two of them. Definitely he knows what he likes.
But playing naughty with Bambi in the big room, then come and kiss Paulina in the living area.
Which of them will respond to who am I? Let me see it.
Okay, that makes a point. Yeah. So what's happening to Underlord? Is it like he's out of the show because of his age, or he's just not being strategic with whatever he's doing in the house? Because I really don't see any action from him.
Maybe he doesn't know what he likes. Or he doesn't know why he's in there.
At a point, I thought he was even into play or to replace Blanco.
Maybe his hair is how do I put it? Lack of better words, confusing him. He thinks he's in the midst of children.
Oh, that's what you think.
Yes.
He said he observed that the first day they entered, the two ladies had a crush on the guy.
So
if
set back.
If two ladies have a crush on a guy,
Mm-hmm.
one thing about ladies, they normally go in for what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And if they have a crush on a guy and they think they can compete, you just have to allow them. Time will come.
So
One
you just
person-
be sitting and look.
What can he do? Because look at what happened
They are all
yesterday.
kind of like locked in with
He has to leave the bedroom for Bambi and how do you call it?
Kwami.
To play their game.
Oh.
Make the annoying. Because one way or the other, he was upset. He couldn't sleep. They were disturbing him. The lady who I've paired with, now on somebody's bed, a bed which is prohibited unless my partner.
Okay, makes sense. But Perry being the guy, most chosen guy, is that a correct word?
Anyway, we'll accept it.
For the two ladies from the speed date, what signal does that send? Is Perry really the tea?
Add milk to it.
No, I'm using that word because of condom. You know,
I get it.
Yeah.
That night, he said, "You're not even my tea."
Yeah, no, you're not tea like that. I can't find. Go on.
But Perry has a cunning nature.
Yes.
If you don't study him well, you would think he likes you. But it's just that's his nature. He's open. And if you don't study him well, you get a lot of misconception.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the ladies got.
Yeah.
And the other guys were also blunt to them. Look at what Bogdan told the ladies. That I've been logged, I've the key thrown to the Jordan. Ohimba also said that he has a girlfriend in the house. He has already proposed. So they gave him clues that were like not possible. Van Dijk came and he was afraid because of what happened with the first one.
Exactly.
So he was also calm.
But Perry was the open guy.
Head of house, he welcomed them nicely.
He even told Bambi that I will be interested in getting to know you.
Exactly. So definitely, both of them are going to be comfortable trying to find out more from him.
Right.
You realize that people are now realizing that Perry is a kind of different breed when it comes to men. And from the beginning, they didn't see that because of the world we're coming from.
Right.
You see, they are used to guys being blunt with them, you know, this way, this how, move this direction, till they got a moment or some time with Perry, and they got to realize that, okay, this is a kind of a caring human being. This is someone who actually will listen to
out of the norm.
Someone who is different and unique.
Right.
You know, so it is time for me to, you know, get an understanding or move with such a person. But some way, somehow, it's kind of too late. Right.
And to be fair, he's the only one kind of like free with everybody in the house.
You get it.
No bad blood whatsoever. He's still cool with everybody in the house. He's
no
been
matter
able
the
to
insult,
hold down that for
no
7 weeks.
what,
That's impressive.
Yes, very impressive. Very impressive. From the beginning, people didn't actually understand him
because of how guys are on the street now.
You see,
we love to.
And I think if not for how the evictions or the nominations or evictions were this year, he would have been left unnominated for a number of times in the house because he's always friend. Because if people go to the diary room to nominate, they'll be nominating people they are not cool with. Or
of course.
They see as a big threat.
Yeah.
But he's been able to hold that fort, being friends with everyone. He plays Ludo. He interacts with every single person, no bad blood. So if we were doing the traditional nomination, Perry would have been in the house for a very long time without people even noticing that he was the potential.
That's true.
Let's move to the HOH games. We have a new rule. Or let me just say, a member of the new brotherhood, popularly called the minority group, OPJ, won the HOH once again. So it's like 3 weeks consistently. It's been the OPJ brothers from Ohineba to Perry, now to Jah.
Yeah.
Were you expecting that? Or you were rooting for someone from the other side to win the HOH?
The HOH game is open.
Anybody can win.
Anybody can win it. And I think this type of game helped because at first, the minority brothers had a misconception that
Bog was
always cheating. I don't understand where it's coming from. For example, the one that they covered, the blinded folded in. You blinded folded the guy. And you could see that the guy can see.
And you didn't raise consent.
You didn't raise consent. When the guy is done with the thing, then you come and raise consent. I think it was very bad.
You are right.
Yeah, but for the games, And because Bog was also, if you look at his posture that day, he was not ready for the game. Bog asked Naya to go and start. Because Bog, as we know, has always been the first person to take the initiative.
Very competitive as well.
Exactly. But that day he was very calm. Because maybe he was still processing
Akorfa's exit.
Sadly. And not that exactly the what actually happened on the
live show.
The live show. Because
it started from him.
Yeah. Every 30 minutes non-stop. And he after the program, after the eviction, he told the lady that this Thursday tax is one I was looking out for. And I think from then you saw that he was a little bit relieved and moving in and trying to catch up with the other guys.
Right.
Or else he was closed. He was just in a shell.
Francis.
Well, like he rightfully said, it's an open game. It's just like you being in the classroom. You've seen that all the time. This set of people are from first to third. And you are sitting there, you don't want to do anything. You don't want to improve. Obviously, it will just be rolling about between that same circle. So I was not even surprised at the end of the day that it's between Jah and then Kiki became the HOH, because what else do you expect?
But they said it was intentional.
It was intentional. Yeah, because
if it is intentional, it is intentional.
Ideally, when you look at the games, you realize that Ohniba and Irama would have won. But they spoke to each other and decided to give up. So Kiki and Jah become HOH. And I think Ohniba just don't want the whole HOH thing again, that he'll start a reign, then there'll be issues with food, washings, and all that, and have another brawl with the other majority group. Is it majority now? And I think they are really...
They are the majority.
They are the majority.
Yeah.
Most of their members are gone out of the show.
But
they're still majority.
Yes.
Well. And I'm sure so he didn't want the whole circle of things to happen again. So he just gave it up for Jah.
Whether it was intentional.
But I think they shouldn't have said it.
They shouldn't have said it.
Yeah. Because if you read their rules book,
indictments, right?
You know, the rules book talk about it, that it should be competitive.
Yeah.
Now, for you to say that you leave the game out for somebody,
it makes sense. But what do you think of Jah and Kiki's rule so far as HOH?
They've done well. I think from Ohiniba, that reunion has helped to shape the house.
Okay.
Now, everyone who comes tries to do his best. The peppering and other stuff they are using.
And I think for their rule, they brought back the balloting of house chores.
Yeah.
So they it was two. It was a hybrid.
Okay.
They decided to allocate a portion and ballot the rest. So it was a hybrid.
I see. Okay.
But they gave the living room to Ahineba. They gave Condon a different place. Then it was left, I think, with the closet and the washroom, and then before they balloted with the other guys.
What's new with Kwami and Underlord? I want us to go back to that conversation. With the way things are panning out now, if Kwami should make a decision on one of the ladies in the house, either Paulina or Bambi, whoever he connects with, because potentially he's going to be in the house for 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You know, what is going to be the dynamic for Underlord? Would Underlord just accept the lady Kwami rejects, or he will just give it up and also leave the house? Because it's like, you went to Rome, you didn't get anybody, now you are coming to me. So it's like I'm the leftover you are coming for. How do you see that playing out?
Well, personally, I feel, or I see him leaving.
Underlord.
Personally, yes, Underlord. I see him leaving because, like I stated early on, I feel he feels he's not being appreciated in the space that he is.
Do you think so?
Yes.
In terms of appreciated,
in terms of connections, in terms of connection for me, the way I see things, in terms of
from the side of the ladies.
From the side of the ladies.
Okay.
From the side of the ladies.
Okay.
So at the long run, he'll be like, okay, my big fame, let me just go. That's it. Yeah.
But in addition to that, I think Underlord like Bambi than Paulina.
Than Paulina.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I had and Paulina.
No. Because you know the discussion they had at the dining hall that night with Bambi.
Yeah.
She starts trying to get in OP. But I think it's a strategy for getting to a lady. Because he was trying to make it seem like I'm in support of you.
Okay.
With all the things that he was telling the lady.
Trying to enter her head.
So if Bambi comes back, I think Underlord will be happy than Paulina. But if Paulina comes, they will be even worse than Blanco and Akorfa.
I didn't see that coming.
But what if Bambi is also not interested?
Bambi is not interested. But the thing is, it will get to a point, Bambi will try to do it in retaliation for Kwame to feel the pain.
Okay. I would like that.
Because she told Kwame, we all know how to play this game.
Yeah.
So potentially you see Kwame advancing more than Underlord. If I should guess.
Yes, that one there.
But anything can happen. What about the lady start also trying to? Because Paulina is now going through it. Yesterday, she decided to sleep at the living room.
We've seen that before.
We've seen that
before.
She was going through it. And when she asked of the case, and it's interesting. How is it like you case someone trying to talk about it, and you tell the person you are going to get a case from a different place, the person, yes.
Very strange,
Wow.
The mouth is not yours.
Yeah.
Let's now look at one controversial thing that has also happened in the week. The diary sessions. These days, I live for the diary session. I think this diary session is out of the ordinary.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
The kind of things that goes on in the diary session this season it's like a whole content on its own. Let's start off with Big Mama's advices. I mean, talk about everything you want to talk about. I ask you the questions, but at the end of the day, I have an advice for you. And the advice is more like, I am rebuking things you do in the house that I don't like or
Big Mama sees everything.
You know?
And they are away.
Let's start off the one with condom. The most controversial.
Do
you think that came right?
That caused her to fall sick.
The advice turned her into a professional housekeeper.
But a Big Mama, she knows how to nail it. I was like, wow.
You thought that came right? Like we needed that or she needed that?
1001%. Because she ended up being a bedroom wife. Always on bed. Perry going around doing everything.
Don't you think it's because Perry also makes her feel like a princess, so she also didn't just want to do anything in the house? Because when she wants to work, I've seen her like go about chores in the house, and she's quite like very diligent about it.
Do you remember what Big Mama said? It said attitude or character. It's like the first trimester for pregnancy.
You can't hide it.
You can't hide it. So that's her attitude. The first one, she was trying to fit in, but reality was setting.
Yeah.
And that's a reality. Maybe she's hiding something from Perry. I don't trust it.
But what instance are you using to justify her laziness? Because is it just for that particular day?
Sleeping. No, it's been consistent. I think it's because of the consistency.
What have you seen her doing in the house? No, but if someone is not doing something like physically or let's say chores-wise, doesn't mean that someone is lazy.
I think the problem also is she has apologized several times, but still hasn't changed. So you
Big Mama said,
Big Mama,
I asked you to clear off your shoes. You didn't. Until I called and you were about to fall and Perry have to come and take the shoes off.
Maybe she felt it was the duty of Perry.
That's where the problem is coming from. That is where the problem is coming from. And Big Mama also told Van Dyke to not talk when he's angry because it's like a... I think it was just
actually a good thing.
Yeah, it was just a woto thing because we all know how Van Dyke reacts when he's angry and how he talks.
And sometimes when it happens that way, he end up not talking sense. Yeah, I've studied that about him.
I think what you are saying is true, but maybe he lacked the right words to use.
Okay, because
that's what's happening.
So that's why they need to keep quiet. Expression is difficult for him. But even on the live show, we've seen it. Charlie, make her talk this one for PG inside. Then you see, it makes
the truth is, Van Dyke is now being seen as someone who is always being vindicated throughout the show. Anything he tells Larissa, it happens.
It comes, yeah.
So he's saying I'm speaking out of experience, but I think something is also getting into Larissa. I said that one way or the other, I think I'm older than you. You can't tell me what you to do.
The age thing is.
She said it a night before the live show. I think so. She said that public show. Me, if you try it, when they were talking about Bogdan and Naya in that room,
Yes.
That public show. If you try it, they have told you already.
So you think the age is playing like a huge factor in the relationship?
It's playing in her head. That's why I know. That's the reason why Big Mama advised them on it.
No, but and Big Mama advised her not to also do friends in the house, like
of course, because her friendship. She said that she doesn't want to be a third party in a friendship, and that's what happens to her every time.
Yeah.
With the exception of now, she's trying to know Irama, and they are getting
closer.
Yeah, but that's how her friendship has always been. She's always the third person to be in the relationship, in the friendship.
That's. But for me, I don't think the age thing is eating up into Larissa. I also feel that she doesn't want to be I don't know how to put it, like be bossed around. She doesn't want that kind of feeling. Like, I mean, you're coming to warn me.
Well,
being bossed around by the younger guy.
Yes.
A younger guy.
Yes, but still not in terms of age range or
no, a younger guy. Whether you like it,
I get
that one is there.
The age is still
I get it. No, but you see, it's still I don't think the age is causing her to react. I don't think so.
Did you watch her reaction when Big Mama was talking to Van Dyke about the eating?
Yes. But well, I just don't want to believe that
the age thing is
I don't think so. Because like, no.
Hey, Big Mama also advised Kiki.
And since then, she has shut up.
Hey, also stop chewing.
Listening child.
It's a gown for me. Because Kiki was always chewing something.
Even when she's going to bed.
Like, and I've seen changes pertaining to how she dressed in the house and also how Ohiniba and Irama also go about their romantic stuff.
PDA.
Yes, in public space in the house as well. So the advice are working. So I'm saying that it came off the right. Look, immediately they got the advice. We've started seeing changes.
Big Mama should be applauded for that.
You know,
I like that day I sat down and I was like,
this is a mother talking.
This not a show. This reality from deep down mother side.
I think Big Mama has actually watched them closely, studied them,
of course,
and realized that what they are doing is not them. It's like something they inherited or something they decided to bring on the show.
It's a game.
So let me just be lack of better words, be fooling around. So it was, you realize that Big Mama actually tackled issues that they portray.
Very intricate one.
Not them. That is not them. So you realize that if it is not them, they have changed. But if it is them, it still gets stuck there.
Like a number of changes.
Yeah.
Condon is now
not them.
It's now and doing stuff in the house. Or anybody and Rama are more like decent when they are outside the bedroom now. Kiki is wearing very longer things and stuff. So I think it's
and I think the one who has changed, even if because it's him, is Bogdan. Because we know Bogdan to be bossy. We know Bogdan to be that kind of guy. But nowadays, he has toned down. If you look at his posture towards Naya, you get to know that, oh, this guy, something has gone to his head. Because the bug we know, that bossy bug.
I think the person that was bringing that side of him is out of the house. So he just got to be cool now.
I think maybe because of also what happened to him on the live show, he got to know that the only person I have in the house is Naya.
Naya, yeah. Right.
And as such, I should start listening to her.
Okay, let's do expectations. Saturday, obviously, there's no evictions, but Friday night party and also, I'm waiting to see what's happened on the Friday night party with the new housemates and twists and all that. I'm waiting to see how Kwami manages or balances two ladies.
Wow.
But what are expectations generally?
Bambi told Kwame that Saturday I'll ignore you. Friday night party, I'll ignore you. And he said, are you sure? But I think Kwame is on top of his game. He knows how to manage the two girls.
Well,
because when you have people who like you, even if you cough, it's a blessing to them.
Francis.
You know, the only expectation I'm waiting to see or have is the fact that the clock is ticking. You understand? they should live their moments. Like they should enjoy. At this point, there's nothing for you to do that much. Just enjoy yourself.
But they are in a competition.
Exactly.
I understand.
That's the thing.
I understand.
You see, if you don't have what you want first, you can't enjoy. You can't be on yourself.
Yes. So yesterday there was an advice that flew through. There was like, see, if you leave the house, or even if you leave when not on finals or anything,
the moment to exit the house,
people should actually say that if they are watching the next season, people should be like, hey, if this person was here and this person was here and if you were here and
should be best for something.
For something, you understand? So they are, you see the way from the beginning, we're all like, oh, Perry is down. Perry is behaving like a boy.
Which I always objected until people started giving my flowers.
What is he doing? What is it by now? Look at where is Perry now?
Hot cake.
You understand? So just enjoy. Be strategic about your enjoyment. Let us still get the vibe. Let us still do. You know what you want. If you get it, fine. If you don't get it,
we move.
You understand? For all you know, it is after that you get what you want. You understand?
Are you expecting a twist from Big Mama in the coming days or something?
Oh, Big Mama, dear. Can't you hear the name? Big Mama. She has a lot. So we should just expect a lot. As for the twist, there to be coming and coming and coming and coming.
Till we finish.
Till we finish. Yeah, I'll even the day of finals,
there will be a twist on that stage.
All right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for watching. This has been, we are gradually getting to the end of the show, and I don't like the feeling at all. I don't like it at all.
But I like the thing to say about AJ.
AJ, tell
Her
me.
closing remarks on Friday. Was it Saturday?
It was a shade, man.
Serious. He said, "My name is AJ Akorfa. If you come for me,
I'll come for you." Because I think
that's the energy.
It's because of what happened hours before the live show.
Yeah.
Because that Saturday, a lot of fans were coming at her, especially from the Bognaya camp, saying she was unprofessional, blah, blah, and all that. And she replied every single tweet. And the response, if you go and read them,
and even on the stage.
Yeah.
You remember the interaction between her and Akorfa? That you were talking about condone in the room. He said, what is wrong with that? What's the problem when we are talking about that? After that, then they played a video. She telling Perry, Van Dyke that she wrote a letter. Because that matter was settled before they even went to condone and 7 Spark letter.
Yeah.
So that one was settled. But immediately, Akorfa threw that shade at, what's the problem with that? She felt that, hey, take your time because I know everything. So if you want to shade me, I'll show the world that this is actually you. And that video confirmed everything.
If you pay attention to the live show that day, you realize that particular video was the last video they played.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly. I knew they didn't want to play that video. But because of the shade it threw out, how do you call it? Yeah, because you can't tell her that. And what's the problem with that?
I mean, that's why we are trying to understand whatever is
going. Then you go out and say, what's the problem with that? Then wait, I'll show you the problem for everybody to know the kind of person you are.
Is there a way we can bring Akorfa inside and remove her again?
So we bring her Friday night.
Yeah, that's something she goes off. I'm sure she'll be in her feelings. Guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. Please subscribe to 3Xtra. It's been an amazing episode. You can also watch this episode on adisaplus.com. Yes, we are not only on 3Xtra. So if you want to watch it on the Adisa Plus platform as well, you are at liberty. We have all the episodes there for you to watch. My name is Malice Kellen. Do join us same time next week for another episode, another banging episode. I'm out.